You know, being on time is late. You get here 5 minutes early.
I've been here for about 20 minutes. All right, maybe not 20 minutes, but I've been here for a while.
From Boston, in the ironically named Commonwealth of Massachusetts, in the upper right-hand corner of the United States that we call New England, on the continent of North America, rotating at 900 miles an hour, the blue marble that is Earth, racing at 19 miles per second around the local star known as Sol, in the fashionable western spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, common dimension 616. It is Fido Live number 171. The printer ran out of ink yesterday, so I couldn't print up things. Now, what is that sound off? I'm sure the monitor is muted. Well, hello, Chief Colorist.
Hello. I don't like that at all. Let me try that again. Hello.
All opinions and views are solely those of the comic strip Fido, and not necessarily those of the completely uncancelable and valued employee, creator, and handsome man about town, Charles Lincoln Crosser III, myself, who actually has no opinions on anything.
Nope, none. Nope, not opinion. Nope.
So amidst fragrant aromatic clouds of secondhand smoke, we are going to try to get some work done today, but don't hold me to it. Mm-hmm. We shall start this week, as we do every week, with everyone's favorite segment, What the Chief Colorist Hath Wrought, a segment weekly that tests the vows of a 20-year marriage. She's so sensitive.
She is. Was this one of the ones where I said to you, just give me a date where you complain about it?
No.
No.
But you'll get. Well, I'll point that out when it comes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We got Monday the 27th. This is Halloween week.
Woohoo!
All the kids are in the hallway dressed in their Halloween costumes, and for some reason, the chief colorist decided to put Dino in an orange shirt.
Because it's Halloween.
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean for some reason? I told you why.
I would have liked the bench a little bit more creatively colored, with all the effort of making it so designer. Like you just made it all one color green.
It's green.
Yeah.
You wanted what color? I do not.
Maybe green for the structural elements and the slats. A wood color, light wood color. Maybe the color of the bulletin board would have been great.
Then
for
it
the
would
slats.
blend in.
No, if you made it the color of the bulletin board, the slats would not blend in.
Oh, bulletin board. Oh.
All right, Fido, our hero, comes up to Dino and says, "What's going on?" Kids can't wait for Halloween this Friday, so they're in costumes all week. Teacher comes up. "Dino, that dog of yours made a mess in the hallway." And Fido turns, tugs on Dino's shirt, points at a kid who's wearing a dog costume. And I remember the kids in front of the principal's office obviously haven't been punished. He guess he had to clean up the mess because there's a mop next to him.
Ew.
Next year I'll be a cat. Here is the Tuesday on Halloween week. Fido is dressed as James Gunn's Superdog Crypto. Now, notice the white makeup because one of the criticisms I made of I made a lot of criticisms about the dog Crypto. I mean, it should have been a pit bull. He should have been there are a bunch of other stuff. He chose the wrong dog. But so Fido has just splashed the white makeup on wherever he can reach. He's got those T-Rex arms, so he can't really reach the back of his ears or anywhere else, and even coming away under his shirt. So let's read this one. Bo is holding a costume contest with a cash prize this Halloween. I'm James Gunn's Superdog Crypto. That's great. It goes to Felicia had snuck into the cat box during this and turns to Felicia. What are you going as? A character from a movie that actually made money. Barbenheimer. Got nuclear bombs on her tits, and the high heels and the wig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Barbenheimer.
All right. Our hero Fido seems to be stirring a cauldron with red stuff in it. His closet cat's sort of sleeping on the floor, and he's not quite sleeping yet. And character Bogash comes in and says, "What is that, blood? Halloween is Friday. I'm preparing my costume. Do you think I made enough? Oh, this stuff is just colored syrup." Fido looks at him. Yeah, I feel woozy. Kind of like the look. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing, poor closet cat?
Yeah, that's it. All right. The blood might be a little bit fake looking. This might have been one of the ones where you said just if I found anything wrong, don't say anything because it actually kind of drove you crazy. I can't see why it would.
No, that one wasn't. No.
Oh, okay,
no,
good.
that one was okay. There was another one that for some reason took me days and days and days to do, and I was like, I don't know why this is taking me days to do this.
Yeah. I actually had to go over the characters again with a darker marker because you had erased so much. Everything was really kind of faded.
I don't erase anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Lately, the ink has been getting faded. So even back here, you can see how much I had to go over Dino on this one. All right, let's read this Thursday one, the 30th of October. Bogash and Fido. The best Halloween costume gets a cash prize. And Fido says, I'm a headless dog. He's pumping blood.
Yeah.
I guess he's sort of bent himself down and put a fake neck on. Clean up after yourself. Next, I'm an IRS auditor cat. It's Cat Tax Code Volume 1, really big, thick book. So that's part of the joke. Scary. Okay, closet cat. Where is he? I'm here. I'm an invisible cat. No fear. How did closet cat win? Both said best, not scariest. And always the best kind of cat is one you don't see.
This is true.
Here is Halloween, and this year Halloween fell on Friday, and Friday is always in the bar, so hey, the thing writes itself. There is the cat boss, Bogash and Fido, and the kids come in all dressed in their Halloween costumes. Trick or treat. Oh my, what a scary bunch you are. Here you go. And he passes out bottles of liquor. Hey, those are just kids. You can't give them alcohol. They went trick or treating in a bar operated by a cat. What did they expect to get? And Saturday generally is the harbinger of what's going to happen next week. And they're in the classroom. Seems to be at night. We have Closet Cat, Felicia, and Fido. And this is Mike and Emma, two of the kids. Next, I don't know about this. It's my job as teacher's pet to protect you students. But this is our Halloween candy. Never take candy from strangers. We're here to check it all out and make sure it's safe. Dumps the bag of candy onto the table. And as they've eaten all the candy, good news, it was safe. Poor Emma is crying here as her candy is completely stolen and gone.
Aww.
All right, start of a new week. This would be the Monday. We have Dino in the classroom. They really had to go over this character again, darken him up because they kind of faded. All right. Fido, Dino, and Felicia and Closet Cat are entering the classroom. Why are they here? Yesterday they got Halloween candy from the kids. That's got to be all gone by now. Oh yeah, we made sure of that. The next Halloween is a year away. We can wait. And Tuesday, the cats are in the classroom. I guess that was the theme. We were going to have the cats in the classroom.
In a silver spoon.
Cats in the
Little boy
classroom.
blue and the man in the room.
Actually, you can kind of see why I went over these now. See how dark and clear he is now and how he isn't here. It's kind of faded. Oh, well.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, I think it might be ink. We might have to come up with a better ink than Blick's Waterproof India Ink Black Cat. I need something matte that just stays dark. There's a problem in the ink world. All right. We have Fido, Closet Cat, Felicia, and Dino. And Felicia says, we think that children are not getting a proper education. No kidding. You need a classic cat curriculum.
Say that 5 times fast.
A joke there. And we're here to provide it. And as they go to the board, I didn't think it was possible to do less work at this job. We occasionally we'll go on vacations, just get in the car and drive. And we, somewhere up around the casino in Springfield, I think, we found a veterinarian called Classic Cat Clinic. And to save her life, the chief colorist could not say that. At that time, she was working as a receptionist. So, can you imagine if you were the receptionist at the Classic Cat Clinic? So, ring, ring.
Good afternoon, Classic Cat Clinic. Can I help you?
You almost got it.
I just can't say it fast. Good afternoon, Classic Cat Clinic.
So when I wrote this, I said, we think the children are not getting a proper education, and you need a proper cat curriculum. Now that's hacky writing. You never use the same proper twice. So I had to come up with a different word, and classic just fell in there
perfectly,
like I planned it.
Classic cat curriculum.
So I knew it would give the chief colorist a hard time.
Classic cat curriculum.
Here we go for the Wednesday. Fido and Dino. Fido says, I'm not comfortable with those cats teaching the students. They're likely to corrupt the young minds with subversive cat ideas. Like what? And Felicia's asleep on the desk. There's Closet Cat sleeping in the background, and all the students have got their heads down on the desk. They're napping. The subversive cat ideas would be napping all day.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the Thursday. And the chief colorist hasn't touched it yet, but it's been erased and it's ready for her examination right now. We'll send this over to her after we're done reading it.
Mm-hmm.
We have Closet Cat and Felicia and Fido. And history is written on the board in the background, and Felicia is given a lesson. Cats decided to be around humans 10,000 years ago. Dogs have been here 30,000 years. It kind of reminds me of Bugs and Daffy. With, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season.
Dogs, cats, dogs.
The earliest evidence of dogs comes from a burial in Germany 15,000 years ago. Still before you cats were here. The dogs were here first. You moved in on our cushy deal. The Closet Cat's already ready to fight. So we pull out to Dino and the students, and one of the students, Emma, asks, will any of this be on the test? Depends who wins this fight. In the background, the dogs and cats are fighting, which is going to be a pain in the ass for the chief colorist to color because they're that big, and you never draw your characters that big. Right. There you go, chief colorist. Enjoy that one.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
So here is the Friday in the bar. It's a good opportunity to point out the new Fido font. It's always been tilted 22.5 degrees in that direction, but now you might notice that we got light line, thick line. The thick line's to the right, so like in the H, the light line, the thick line to the right. The W, light line, thick line. So sort of gives us more of a
very cool
cartoony font. So we have Dino, Closet Cat, Felicia, Bogash, and Fido. And Closet Cat says, Felicia says, tough week teaching at the school. And they just continue their time in a bar. Enter Mike, one of the kids. He comes in, he pushes Bo's glass off the bar and exits. But it's rewarding shaping young minds. That's what cats do. They push things off tables. Shaping young minds. Here is the Saturday. Got to hit this with the finished pencil. We've done nothing but finish pencils for the past couple of weeks, so we're not going to finish pencil today. I think we're going to ink. So we'll get to that one later on. Another good example of the Fido font. I'm going to pull this close so you really can't see what you're doing, and I don't feel like moving Irving yet.
Irving doesn't feel like moving.
Felicia is laying on the cat tree, and Fido's on the chair looking out the window, and Felicia says, Fido, get me my catnip ball. No, it's a fetch. Isn't that what dogs do? We fetch for humans, not cats. Dogs chase cats. And Closet Cat is dressed in leg warmers, sneakers, shorts, and a t-shirt that says run. He's got a little headband on. And as Felicia points to Closet Cat, bring back my catnip ball. Here's a cat for you to chase. So, we've done too much penciling. We're going to do inking this week. So the only one to ink would be this Friday one, Friday in the bar. So let's put that back up there. And let's get ready for the inking. What do I need? Let's see. Of course, we need the ink, which we're not that happy with. Mix up and shake your ink.
Shake, shake.
And
Shake your ink.
This is our new, very expensive brush. Costs 5 times the amount that the old Himalayan tree squirrel pubic hair brushes cost, but it does a spectacular job. Look at
I think we're starting to devalue the Himalayan pubic squirrel hair.
Look at how beautiful that point is. You can do some great work with that brush. Well, as you all know, cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of this planet, so I have to wear this, a glove, to keep me from getting too much of my filth on the page. And I'm going to ask Irving on camera 1 to zoom in a little bit closer so we can actually see what's going on here. And it's very glary and light. We might have to kill the lamp. Okay. Hey, Irving, wake up. Yeah, I'm looking at the monitor there. Let's see if I kill the lamp. It looks like maybe we'll open the window. And that's a little bit better. Let's get some sunlight on this.
Oh, the window.
Yeah, sunlight. You get a window at our back.
I just so ever love the window.
It's always useful for a cartoonist to have light at his back, so you get it on the board. If the light's in front of you, it's just in your eyes. Well, and I also should put down a piece of paper, and this keep me from smudging the pencil lines, because if I put my hand on these Blackwing pencils, I've demonstrated many times in the past, they do tend to smudge. And we like to keep the smudging and smearing to a minimum. And I assure you, putting down this piece of paper is not an excuse whatsoever for me to do a bit.
No, we've all figured that out.
I hate it when I get my wiener caught.
Oh, my goodness.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile here, ladies and gentlemen. Stuck in a low bridge. We always know summer is over in Boston when the first college student gets a U-Haul stuck under the bridge, Stirrer Drive. So like the first day of summer is when the first kid falls out of a window, and the last day of summer is when the first college kid destroys a U-Haul. Yeah, you're going to need that education, kid. Well, I've been threatening to do this for a while now, and we're talking Disney Star Wars.
Oh, no.
Not George Lucas Star Wars, which could have been this. But Disney Star Wars, which became, where are we? Where are you, Ray? I know I got you in here somewhere. Yeah, but Disney Star Wars, which became this. Or even this. That's how they removed John Boyega from the Chinese poster. He used to be there. He's not there anymore. Yeah, they're very they're passive progressive over there at Disney, Lucasfilm. So everyone remembers when Bob Iger sat down next to George Lucas and signed that contract for $4.05 billion to buy Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And let's ask the question, in hindsight, should Disney have bought Lucasfilm? Now, I'm just going to do a back of the envelope. We have an envelope here. I'm just going to do a back of the envelope calculation of what has occurred with Lucasfilm. So we'll put on top the 4.05B, which is the cost. So we'll call that a minus. Now, the Star Wars, when Lucasfilm was purchased, Disney got Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Willow, Howard the Duck, American Graffiti, The Land Before Time, Strange Music, Radioland Murders. Then they got LucasArts Games, which has since been shut down. That gave them Grim Fandango, Day of the Tentacle, Monkey Island, Sam and Mac Hit the Road, as well as all the Star Wars video games.
I didn't realize they had Monkey Island.
Yes. They also got ILM in Skywalker Sound. So the films: Force Awakens, 535 million. I'm not going to write that down. Rogue One, 280.2 million. Last Jedi, 317 million. Solo, 300 million. You know, it was kind of funny in the films where they say they made money. Like, okay, they say they made money in Force Awakens, 535.5 million. But the movie they lost money, Solo, just 300 million. 300, that's just a solid number. Just not 300.1, not 300, not 299.99. No. Not 2999, 300 million.
300 million.
And Rise of Palpatine, that's 593.7 million. Probably closer to a true number. So total spending on Star Wars was 202.6 billion. So we'll put that as a minus as well. So far we're about 6.07 in the hole. Let's add Indiana Jones, which is 519 million. So just to make our life easy, let's erase this and say all the films, Star Wars and Indiana Jones, was 2.617. There we go. Make it easy. Total films. Now, they got a UK tax credit for all of these films. So we'll put that as a plus of 2.2 billion. That's a strange number that we'll get back to. We'll get back to later. Skywalker Sound, that made them 10 million. And ILM, that made them 200 million. Now, yes, ILM was also used for Star Wars and Indiana Jones, but it was also used for Jurassic World and a few other things. So not all of that money is from one pocket of Disney to the other, but it's pocket change here. So we're going to give them the 10 million and 200 million and say, yes, that's money you made. We'll give them that. Now, television. We have Andor, 515.7, Mandalorian, 360, Acolyte, 187 million, Boba Fett, 100 million. Again, too even a number there. Whatever. Obi-Wan, 90 million. Again, too even a number. Skeleton Crew, 136 million. And Willow, everyone forgets Willow, but that's 172.3 million. They made no money on that. All that shit went to Disney Plus. It was all a loss. So this is all a big minor. Television, 1.5 billion. So we have our minuses and our pluses. Oh, I forgot. Advertising.
Oh.
They state, these are all numbers that I got off Google AI search. So these are numbers that Disney put out there. They state that they spent 6.1 billion in advertising on all of the movies and television. So it's a minus 6.1 billion. All right. So, shall we get our calculator here?
Sure. Sure, honey. Why not get out a calculator? Go for it.
All right. Let's see, Mr. iPhone. Where's your calculator? Oh, there we go. All right. So, the original cost of 4.05 billion. All this would be in billions. So the millions, we got to be sure to put the decimal point. So 4.05, and we're gonna, let's add here, and we'll subtract. Yeah, plus this is what's spent, 2.617 plus. They got 10 million. We'll add this stuff later. So plus 1.5 billion. And plus 6.1 billion. Okay, so total, they've spent $14.267 billion. My original calculation was 14.057. Okay, well, whatever. Now let's add what they've made. So we have the, subtracting the tax credit, 2.2 billion from the UK government minus 10 million. So 0.10 and 200 million for the so let's see 0.2. So we've got a total cost, what they've spent so far, $11.767 billion. Now we've forgotten that they have made money also on the films.
This
So
is true.
how much have they made on the films? Well, according to this, they have made. Where is it? I got it around here somewhere. Oh, the films have earned $6.2 billion. So we'll put a plus 6.2, and we already did the UK tax credit. So we're going to subtract 6.2 from this. So we have a total cost thus far of 5.567 billion. 5 billion. Let's see, we did the UK tax rate. We did so. If they're 5.567 billion in the hole, I don't think that they've paid for the 4.4 or 4.5 that they spent for Lucasfilm yet. In fact, I think they're a little bit behind.
You think?
This is just my back of the envelope scratchings. I'm a cartoonist. I'm not an accountant. I've suggested that a forensic accountant go in there for the UK government, but that's none of my business. I'm just putting it out there that Lucasfilm might be a bit of a dead weight around Disney. Perhaps it's burning a little bit of money.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Here's an old thing about the profit and return of each of the film. So I asked that some entrepreneurial YouTuber get out there and do the numbers properly. This lost 294 million. And I can't wait until Kathy Kennedy gets in there and does Howard the Duck. She's got it. American Graffiti. Yep, Kathy Kennedy can really do American Graffiti. That's something I've heard told. How she keeps her job, I have no idea. She says, I will die making movies. No, Kathy, that's not necessary. We just want you to stop making them. Kathy Kennedy planning to exit Lucasfilm at the end of 2025. We can only hope. And this article says Kathy Kennedy speaks on her Lucasfilm plans. She's not soon retiring. The films that will keep her in Star Wars orbit for years to come. And she has a list. Puck here says Kathy Kennedy stepped down on Lucasfilm. Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Let's see. What's coming for Star Wars? They're already, $5 billion in the hole? What's coming next? Let's see. Let's get away from Harvey Weinstein's acolyte. Get away from what damage has this done to Disney itself? Well, not only have they lost a lot of money, but they've lost a lot of reputation. And even if they make something good, in the unlikely event they make something good like Andor, people are ignoring it. I have not added to this back of the envelope calculation the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser or their rise of the Resistance ride.
Oh.
Which they would not have done if they had not bought Lucasfilm. So there's another cost here. I mean, that building is going to be torn down that they built for Galactic Star Cruiser, and Rise of the Resistance is still carrying on. What do fans do? Well, we miss what we used to love.
Aww.
Chris Gore here did a funeral for the franchise already. So what's coming? Well, Simon Kinberg claims he's working on a trilogy. I don't know. Ryan Gosling is going to be doing a Sean Levy movie, Starfighter. That one actually might happen. George Nolfi to pen the next Star Wars New Jedi Order. And obviously, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is not going to get that film. It's going to a white guy.
Oh.
If it ever comes.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon, of course, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which doesn't look good. And we already know about Galactic Starfighter. Now, I just want to remind you that this is a company kind of famous for not telling the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I have here an actual document that should be used as evidence in a criminal trial. Back when they ran Reedy Creek, they were charging the government for tickets to Disney Park to give the board of Reedy Creek sort of a bribe. 392 government employees, and this is considered a first-degree felony, 30 years jail time minimum. In 2006, Disney started billing back its bribes to the Reedy Creek committee. Oh, big old red flag here. This is a company that is questionable. UK government forensic accountant. They're easy to get. It's kind of strange that they've made almost as much money in rebates from UK government that they made in theaters. Yes?
please, I need help.
Oh no! Well, everyone, sit back and read about how many dogs does it take to change a light bulb. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to. You don't have to yell.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I have returned. So how many dogs does it take to change a light bulb? Depends. A golden retriever, the sun is shining, and it is young. We've got our whole lives ahead of us, and you're inside worrying about a stupid burned out light bulb. Border Collie, just one. Now replace any wiring that's not up to code. Dachshund, you know I can't reach that stupid lamp. Rottweiler, make me. Boxer, who cares? Can't play with my squeaky toys in the dark. Lab, oh me, please. Can I change the light bulb? Can I? Yeah, all dog jokes. We done here? Yeah, I guess we had to decide. So we've decided last week that we're gonna just put Sydney Sweeney on the board because Sydney makes us happy. And why are we here, folks? To make me fucking happy. That's right. Where's my glove? I lost my glove. Fortunately, I got them all over the place. So, Sydney, how you been doing? What's next in the career? You know, I hadn't noticed that she's wearing like an underdress here. You know, that's completely unnecessary, Sydney. You could wear the fishnet. That's fine. You know, we're happy with whatever you choose to do. All right. I gotta go again, folks. Well, let's try that again. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you again. Can we get some work done today? Yeah, maybe. Oh, everyone at home, be sure to tightly put the cap back onto your ink bottle because you don't want to know what happens if you spill your ink. You know, look, I got it nice and full. Fills it up last night. Now, you never want to dip the brush right into the ink and go right to the page.
You never want to do that, huh?
Never want to do that.
Never, okay.
Hey, Irving, I want you to zoom in a little bit closer because we're seeing too much of Sydney and she's like really distracting. We don't want that, no. Okay, well, hey, Irving, how about straightening it up a bit? boy. Been a rough night for Irving. He's all shaky. He's all shaky.
We shouldn't make him do this on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's out Saturday night.
So, I'm not going to go straight to the characters. I'm going to go to the... Because I'm going to go to the word balloons. That's way up there out of frame.
Oh.
More camera movements than any other comic strip. That's, I got plenty of ink on the brush. Now, all this is going to be black in the background except for the ceiling, so it doesn't really matter how wide those the balloon is. But usually I save a balloon that wide for when someone is speaking loud. Let's see if we can get this line. Will show a little bit thinner. Yeah, that's not bad. Just a little bit thinner, a little lighter. Light touch cartoonist. All right, that works. Come back to us, Sydney. Never knew that she had gray eyes.
She has gray eyes?
Well, she does in this photo. Who knows? So we're gonna have Sydney Sweeney every week until a better actress comes
I was
forward?
gonna say, I guess until you can find someone better that pops along. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going a little bit too thick here on Dino.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say on Sydney. You're going a little bit too thick here on Sydney.
Light, very light, because you don't ever want to draw your characters that small. Now I want Dino to be a little bit mean here. So I'm going to just bring his eyebrows just a bit more down. See, his eyes get that stare at Closet Cat, because Closet Cat has been an unwelcome guest in his classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Probably causing him extra work, and Dino doesn't ever want to do extra work.
Mm-mm.
So Saturday is usually the harbinger of what the next week's writing is going to be. Let's see, what are we doing this Saturday? This is the one, the cat that you bring me the cat nibble. Either it's going to be jobs that dogs do versus jobs that cats do, or maybe it'll just be chase the cat week. No idea. Depends. So even I don't know where the writing's going. But
You
I got a
will.
couple days. Yeah. And if like anything happens to me, whatever this writing was going to be next week, it never happens. It never occurs. If I get shot on the street,
Will you stop?
it's just
saying
lost
that?
forever.
You're worrying your poor mother when you say.
I am entirely likely to be shot.
Will you stop saying that? Cut it out now.
At least I know how I'm going out.
Cut it out right now. Stop. Stop. Bad husband. Go right now.
Ironically, in a state where guns are illegal, you can go to jail for a year if you have a gun without a license. There are so many of them on the street. I know how I'm going out. Now, if I lived in a place like Texas, I'd have a chance. But this is the logic of the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And we already reached that time where I've got to clear my nostrils.
Oh, yeah.
That's better than sniffing on the
Peggy,
camera.
no, it isn't. It's gross. You should do neither.
It's good that a cartoonist has a clear conscience and clear nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is very fine brushwork to make these characters this small. The Closet Cat has square shoulders, top of the head is flat. But he's so small here, you hardly need the details. Now, Felicia, she drinks Coca-Cola. as do all cats. Bet you didn't know that cats drink Coca-Cola, where dogs drink Pepsi.
Things you learn at the
It's
Fido
the,
comic
it's the
strip.
choice of a new generation, Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are always forward-looking. The cats are more traditionalist. Dogs are adventurous and forward-looking. Coca-Cola has these lines down the bottle, which I probably should do with a finer point. But, that's fine. Good enough. And Felicia's whiskers. 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of Spanish lingo there. And 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. This big smile on her face. She's actually proud of the work she's done this week.
Aw.
Now, the arrow from the word balloon, I've got to be careful because I got it going into her ear here. And I'd like to bring it down more toward the mouth. No reason, just makes me happy.
And why are we here?
To make me happy. That's correct. All right. This is the greatest job in the world. And I've often said that if everyone knew how great drawing a comic strip was, we'd do nothing but draw comic strips, and we'd all die horrible frozen deaths sitting in our apartments with no electricity because all of the important stuff would not be done in the world.
But we'd be happy. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the least important thing that any man, woman, or child can do.
That's not true.
This does no service to mankind.
All right, just stop.
All right. See that slight dark line to light. See, that's called style. So. Eye contact is very important. So you draw a straight line from that eye to that eye. And a little bit of a smile. He's just glad the cat is doing anything. How long has it been since we've inked?
Oh, I don't know, like 3 weeks.
Maybe longer. I don't think we've inked since you've come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amazing how that works out, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is something I ripped off from Robert Crumb. Saw him. Robert would, for some strange reason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, do cross hatches in the hair here. And I said, if it's good enough for Mr. Crumb, it's good enough for me. I like Robert Crumb. I liked his work. Enjoyed his comics.
Why don't you tell us what some of his comics were? So that...
As a human being, everyone knows what Robert Crumb did. He did Fritz the Cat. He did basically he did a series with just himself as the cartoonist.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bunch of peccadillos, you might say, about women. He likes big butts, and he cannot lie.
The other cartoonist cannot say whatever.
Crumb and I have different tastes in women. I think Crumb's moved to France, and I hope he's enjoying paying those taxes.
How old of a gentleman is he now?
Oh, he's got to be in his 90s, 100. He's 120, 140 years old now.
Oh.
I don't even know if he's still alive.
K-R-U-M?
K-R-U, no, C-R-U-M-B.
Oh, actual Crumb. Okay.
Yeah. Robert Crumb.
I was thinking from the Harry Potter books. Yeah. Well, it's saying is, so 1943 is 82.
Me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still in France? If I had known we'd be talking about Robert Crumb, I would have printed out some of his stuff. See, we never know where Fido the comic strip is going to lead us. All right, let's just do some of the curvy things while I can reach them. Can I reach that? No, not really. Probably smudge the ink there. Okay, there's one panel inked. Woo-hoo. Sydney, let's move on to the second panel.
I'm not sure where he is now, but I'm starting to read his personal life.
Yeah.
And I've got to sit here and pay attention to this because it sounds like, oh no, maybe, okay. I was going to say, it sounds like he's had a couple of kids who have died, but maybe I misread this.
Oh no. His brother apparently is sort of a notorious character that we probably should not speak of.
Okay.
See, I have no trouble whatsoever, speaking about Disney, billion-dollar corporations that's likely to sue me. But I won't say anything about Robert Crumb. I don't know if it's a matter of respect or fear. But let's say him and I would not generally get along. But I respect his work and his accomplishments. He would just get in there with a very fine tip brush and not a fine tip pen nib and make all the detail just disappear when the comic strip is reduced. What's up?
I'm looking up some of the Crumb people.
Well, the Crumb character, the cartoon characters?
No, Crumb, the real Crumb people. A few of them died pretty young.
What, his kids or family?
One of his kids died young. Yeah. One of his brothers died as an overdose.
Oh, did he? Yeah, see, I even know any of those. I vaguely remember the Crumb documentary. I just saw the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fan of the Fabulous Furry Freak brothers, Gilbert and Sullivan, I think. Gilbert Sullivan. Wow, that's a broad.
That's unique.
But Gilbert is the name of the cartoonist. I don't know the name of the writer. The Fabulous Furry Freak brothers were great. And that brought me to Crumb. Let's see. Talk about 60s cartoonists. S. Clay Wilson.
60s cartoonists? You weren't even born yet.
No. They were like the
pioneers, so to speak.
No, they were the subversive underground. That was back when the culture was more or less conservative, and they were like radical communists and leftists. And that was when it was cool to be a radical leftist. Before, like, the world realized that it just didn't work. It wasn't a good idea. That's always sort of been a dream of these people, to make it work. Maybe they're smart enough, maybe they're good enough to make socialism work. Maybe with computers, we can keep track of everything.
It'll work.
And make it work. Yeah. Okay. One thing that's worked everywhere, every time it's tried, and something that's never worked anywhere it's tried something. Whatever. I'm just a cartoonist. I just want to draw a comic strip. I'm not here to change the world. I've already given up on it.
Wow, that's lovely.
Hey, I just want to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that one of the ways not to be very unhappy is to talk about politics to people. They get very sensitive. They cut off heads.
Well, you've so much gotten out of politics, you didn't even realize that the government was shut down.
I did not realize until this morning that the government was shut down. Now, I should preamble this. Back in the days, I was probably pretty up to date on everything.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched broadcast television in over 10 years.
Yeah, but it's shown up on other things, though, too.
News. I know that the Louvre was robbed, so I'm not completely.
Yeah. No.
I know that all the 50 basketball players were arrested for illegal gambling. But yeah, I did not know the government was shut down. Did not care. But when you think about it, it's probably logical. The people who do not want to add to the deficit are sort of in charge. And the way this government works is it has to deficit spend. There's just so many. We have a very expensive government. Mm-hmm. And the idea was maybe growing out of the deficit by making the economy in the country so powerful. But we've been weakened over the past couple of years for some reason that I cannot fathom.
Anyway, it has been a very nice day today. It's not as windy as it was for the last.
Oh, we're transitioning to the weather already?
Well.
All right, there is Mike. Third panel. There aren't all these tiny little characters. I don't know if it's a good thing I have the new alien squirrel here, Brush. We can do these tiny things. What might be a good idea is that if I get a really fine tipped pen. But no, Fido is done with a brush. It's just part of the rules. 1, 2. Now the kid's pushing the glass off the table, so Closet Cat is just sort of looking on with the same pride that Felicia looks on with. That his Coke bottle is off to the screen, so we don't have to draw his Coke bottle, but we do have to draw Felicia's Coke bottle.
Very busy day out there in
yeah, a lot of cars.
Boston.
With 60 or 70 feet below us, we have a street. It's not a main artery, but it's pretty busy. 1, 2, 3 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. The whiskers go behind Bo's hand here, so I don't draw as long. Mind the overlap. The Coke bottle is in front of Felicia, and Bo's hand here is almost like he was trying to grab the glass before the kid pushed it off the bar.
Oh, he's trying to be helpful.
Trying to save his drink.
Oh, yeah, okay. See how I read things differently. I was thinking he was trying to be helpful, but no, he's trying to save a drink.
And there goes 1 pint glass. I originally had the kid's hand like that, but I figured it makes more sense. He pushed it with his palm. down there. We haven't done that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. Even in Spanish, it's the same number. See, that's called style. You understand? So all my characters have the same sort of style. They have long necks, and they have that in their hair. But they all look different, so you can tell them apart.
They do all look different, yes.
Something I hadn't noticed until late in the character design is that I used the same nose for both Dino and Bo. But since Dino has a round head and Bo has a square head, it's my Ernie and Bert, they don't look like they're brothers. They're not.
Mm-mm.
And, yeah, I guess they sort of are Ernie and Bert. You know, the creator of Ernie and Bert actually, like, in his own headcanon, had them as homosexual men living together.
Aww.
Dino and Bo are not that.
I know.
It never occurred to me. I have nothing against it. It's just not. It wasn't.
It just wasn't part of the story.
Yeah, the lifestyle I lived at the time, as a straight, single, heterosexual man, I couldn't write a gay man. I don't know how they think. I don't know how they behave. It's not, nothing against them. Just I don't have that ability. And there's probably no market for it anyway. I wonder if that's picked up on camera. Someone's smoke alarm is going off in the building. You can hear it way off in the background.
Almost sounds like two, because it seems
Yeah,
like
it
they're
is
fighting
two.
each other.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
is
two?
two fighting
Okay.
each other. I'm guessing someone's lunch is ready.
Because they're off rhythm with each other.
So I've been trying to synchronize Mike's hair here. So I do 1, 2, 3, a line, and 1, 2, 3. Sort of has that anime hair, but you have to get it somewhat consistent now that he's a consistent character. And I've got to draw him the same way in every panel. Black t-shirt on Mike. When I originally drew him, I never expected him to become a recurring character. I guess we have to put him in more comic strips so I can refine him more. You don't plan these things. They just grow.
Sometimes they just happen organically.
They grow organically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like the alarm stopped. You know how when a car alarm goes off in the neighborhood, it's like everyone's supposed to run and say, someone's car is being stolen. Everybody, stop the thing. A fucking smoke alarm goes off in this building. Does anyone say, oh, there's a fire, we must run, we must do a exit and meet out front at the, it's a fire drill. No, I don't think so.
I feel like they had us do that once.
In school?
No, here. Didn't we do that once?
Nope.
Because I thought you asked them whether or not I really had to go.
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope.
We're gonna be those people in the news where it's gonna be like, well, why didn't you leave your apartment?
I'm going to get the Chief Colorist down the stairs. Beep, beep. We are 1 o'clock. Are we on time? We are running close to our hour.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Looks like we'll have 3 panels inked. Yeah. I remember back in the old days, I used to be able to finish an entire comic strip in the hour. Am I getting slower with old age? Has age slowed me down?
Nah, I think you're just into discussion a little bit more. Maybe.
Well, we had to do that back of the envelope calculation of how much Lucasfilm has lost Disney.
Right.
That was, important reporting. And again, I hope that some entrepreneurial internet guy on YouTube gets out there and does the numbers in a better way than I did. That's not what I do. But hey, I'm giving ideas for people who are on their YouTube channels. I'm going to get out there and point out exactly how much money has been wasted with Lucasfilm. Wasted on Disney Plus. All right, everyone who is inking a comic strip at home, be sure to put the cap carefully back onto your ink bottle. Don't cross thread. Nice. Because you don't want to know what happens when you don't do that.
Have you ever put a?
Hey, we need a title for this one. Irving, camera one. We should zoom back a little bit. There we go. Back of the envelope. We just talked about Lucasfilm today. The miracle that Kathy Kennedy has been fired. And the return of Sydney Sweeney.
She never left.
You know, I'm almost tempted to go over her again with a pencil to point out the flaws, the many flaws of Sydney Sweeney.
No.
All right. Something about Lucasfilm.
Back of the envelope discussions. Back of the Lucasfilm needs an accountant.
Horror from the back of the envelope.
Back of the envelope never lies.
Well, what's that phrase where you stretch the envelope?
Stretch the envelope.
Nah, never mind. Back of the envelope. Good enough. I don't know how to tell us what this thing's. How about we're out of printer ink?
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Yeah.
No printer ink for you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for Fido Live number 171. Back of the envelope. Goodbye
Bye.
from YouTube and goodbye.